So, BrewKanoo, helping first-timers effortlessly glide down the stream to homebrew success. It's a final project by Richard, Christina, Linus, and Ollie. BrewKanoo is a simple website aimed at people who want to give all-grain beer brewing a go. Unlike other brewing alternatives, BrewKanoo is fun. It completes calculations for you in the background and then presents them to you in an easy-to-follow walkthrough. I'll now pass over to Linus, who's going to give you a demo.
Hi, my name's Linus, and this is a quick demo I recorded yesterday. So the first thing I'd like to point out is you can see the cursor moving around all of the bubbles in the background there, and also this cool logo up in the left corner that Christina designed. Quite proud of that. So we're going to just get right into the app called BrewKanoo. So you click that button there, and you are greeted with 4 different beers here. They are named after the 4 people who made the app. So we're going to pick Ollie's beer here. You can see that we get a little selector here of how many liters of beer you actually wish to make. So you can go down, you can go up, you can enter whatever number you want, but I think we're going to go with 10 liters today. So now we get into the app here. So you have 3 tabs at the top there. Ingredients. You can see some ingredient, the kilograms and the grams of some of the ingredients here, and they actually change automatically depending on how many liters of beer you wish to make. We've got some checkboxes here as well. So this is the first step. On the right hand side here, you've got a couple of buttons that you can click once you've completed a certain task. And you also have this question mark here in case you have any further questions on that task. If you require any more information, you can press that as well. And yeah, that's the step 1 here. In the bottom here, we have a previous step and the next step button as well to go between the 2 steps. So we're going to click next step here. Again, we have a little bit of further information here in the question mark there. We also have this progress bar now that automatically fills in depending on which step you are. We also have this timer down here in the right-hand corner with a start and stop button and a reset button. So this is so you don't have to click off the app in order to start your timer. Again, we have the same buttons on the right-hand side here. So we're going to go to the next step. It's very simple, not too much to discuss on step 3 or step 4. Just got the same buttons there on the side. Step 5, we can again see the timer show up there in the bottom right-hand corner. So this is a step that requires a timer. So the timer will show up in any step that actually requires it and won't for any of the other steps. Should you wish to go have a look at BrewKanoo, you can do that at brewkanoo.herokuapp.com, and you can play with the bubbles if you like, or, brew some beer. Reaching the end of the steps here, again, step 8 is very self-explanatory. Step 9 here, now we can see that the progress bar, first of all, is completely filled in. We've got a button there, click that, it says, well done, enjoy your beer. And here, the hydrometer readings. You can go up and down on those, and that will change the percentage of your beer. And yeah, that is essentially BrewKanoo in a nutshell. I will now pass you over to Richard, who's going to talk a little bit about our learning experience.
Thank you, Linus. For this project, we decided to use React, which is an open source JavaScript library for building user interfaces from small isolated pieces of code called components. No one in our team knew anything about how React components or passing props worked a week last Monday. So we started researching individually and sharing any good resources we found. A problem we had fairly early on in the project was with setting up the testing framework. Despite going through the official documentation and following many online tutorials, we just couldn't get the tests to work at all. Then after a day of frantic Googling, it turned out that a testing utility we were using was not compatible with the current version of React. Once that problem was resolved, we could concentrate on actually building the app. We had a lot of fun deciding on the look of the app and designing the dynamic elements such as the bubbles and the progress bar. I'm now going to pass you on to Christina, who's going to talk about how we work together as a team.
Thank you, Richard. So in the beginning of our project, we decided to set a team goal, which was so that each team member would have a sense of ownership of the project. So we made use of the extreme programming values such as communication, simplicity, feedback, courage, and respect. And we combined that with pair programming. And also we set up a daily schedule with stand-ups in the morning and retros in the evenings, with check-ins during the day, just to see if we needed some support regarding what we were doing at the moment. And I think even though we faced some difficulties in the beginning, like Richard said, having a general and team goal that everyone agrees with, that made possible for us to accomplish what we're aiming to. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, and have a look at brewkanoo.herokuapp.com.